Omar. Omar, since I saw you last in Detroit, now you've been to California and you saw the picture being put together. Tell us a little bit about that.
I went to the studio. I was very excited because we haven't seen, no one has seen anything of this picture. So I was very impatient to go and watch David while he was cutting the film and putting it together.
That's David Lean, you better tell
David Lean, yes. And it's a very exciting thing because when you're shooting a film, you do the things, you're engrossed with what you're doing and you're concentrating on your character, on your part, on the scene, but you don't see it in your mind's eye like he does, David Lean does, because obviously he's the director and he's sitting as a spectator when we're doing it. But to see the picture, once they start putting the sound, and then you see now it's getting better, and then they put the music on, and it's much better.
And you watch that?
And I watch that in stages like that.
Does it make you want to be a director someday?
Yes. I think it's a natural thing for an actor to desire to be a director. I don't say that they have to be good directors, but it's a natural thing because directing is like acting all the parts, really. It's playing all the parts through different people. It's telling all the actors.
That's right. And you not only that, but you can act all the parts really,
right.
and be the boss.
I can also act the girls' parts.
Is that what your secret ambition? But no, it hasn't.
But
what have you been doing socially? Never mind all the business now. Who'd you go out with when you were in Hollywood?
I haven't had any social life. Oh, I met Soraya,
Yes.
And
is this the first time?
Yes.
Now you would be a good combination.
Yes, we're sort of half Oriental, both of us.
That makes one whole. Oriental, two halves.
And she's a delightful person. I didn't know her, and there was a party in her honor, so I met her there, and then we had dinner one evening. It's absolutely delightful.
And how about here in New York, Omar?
I haven't any time for any social life, really.
You got to bed late last night.
I got to bed. Last night I went to dinner at a nice place, and then we went and had a drink somewhere.
By the time
I got back home, it was very late because I was doing a television show last night, which ended quite late. So
you were on Johnny Carson's show last night. That's right.
Last night, and so I only got away very late. By the time I had dinner and went somewhere.
Omar, you go from city to city. I mean, you have been on this tour. So do you remember any of the people who interviewed you? Did you remember me?
Oh, yes, certainly.
You better say it.
I always remember all the people if I meet them again in the same country. What I find it, because I meet lots of people, but if I meet somebody in Madrid, say, and then a year later meet that same person in New York, I don't recognize them.
It's difficult, out of context.
If I meet them again in Madrid, I'll recognize them.
I know, and I think they want us to end this interview because there are other people waiting there. Omar Shariff, I'm going to see the film tomorrow night. Good luck. I hear Dr. Zhivago is a pretty wonderful film.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
I don't know whether to call you Omar or Doctor.
Please call me Omar. No.
What happens when somebody is a film star in Egypt? 20 movies, the #1 matinee idol of Egypt, and then with 3 movies, starting with Lawrence of Arabia and the Yellow Rolls Royce, and then all of a sudden you're an international film star.
Well, it's a wonderful feeling. You need, first of all, a lot of luck. You need to get a picture like Lawrence of Arabia. Such an attractive character to the audience it was. And it's no use even having a wonderful part in a picture that is not going to be successful. It won't be easy to be quickly recognized and quickly successful if the picture is not successful. The important thing is to be in a successful picture for a start. It's such a lucky thing, really.
Well, what's your emotion then when all of a sudden you're called and someone says, we would like you to play the title role in probably the most important motion picture in the last 3 or 4 years?
Yes, I'll tell you what happened to me is that I was struck absolutely speechless, and I got a sort of shaking fit because I couldn't really believe it because I wanted to be in this film. And when I heard that David Lean was making it, I got myself the book and read it and looked for a part for myself. It never occurred to me that they would ask me to play Dr. Zhivago. So I said, now what character can I play in this film? And I found myself a part, and I called my agent. I said, try and hustle me in, in the picture. And in fact, this is the part that Tom Courtney plays in the film. Very brilliant. And I was waiting for the answer on this conniving thing that I had done to get this part. And suddenly I get a phone call. I'm in Belgrade, Yugoslavia. And it's David Lean, and he says, would you consider playing the title role? And I said, what title role, David? He said, Dr. Zhivago. And I put the phone down, and I just couldn't make any reply. Yeah, I couldn't. This is the feeling I had, and I got...
Well, that was your emotion as an actor. Now, what was your emotion as a father when you worked with your son on the set in the early stages of Dr. Zhivago?
Well, it's a terrifying thing, because I want my son to be an actor eventually. But, a child, it's so difficult for a child, really, to act in front of the camera, because what it requires, really, is a lot of concentration and to be able to focus on things. And children can't do that, they're always looking away, and they wonder why they're being made to stand on one spot for such a long time. And I was terribly nervous because they're sitting behind the camera. It's as if you're laying an egg all the time, you go, come on, you want the words to come out.
He was a very good actor.
He was wonderful, yes. I was very pleased.
Do you ever feel that now all of a sudden, in a relatively short span, as an international star, that with the title role of Dr. Zhivago, and if the movie is as successful as everyone anticipates it will be, that you might have reached your peak, that there will never be another role as big or as demanding or as important for you?
Yes, it's very difficult. Where do you go from there? You're quite right. But there are other types. In other words, Dr. Zhivago is a great picture, but you can't compare it to a good comedy. That's another type, which is still another peak to reach, do you see?
Have you ever been to Philadelphia?
Yes, I was there for about 24 hours.
I've heard people say they've been to Philadelphia for 2 weeks one day.
What?
That one day felt like 2 weeks.
Oh, well, I was there for Lawrence of Arabia, sort of promotion thing. And all I saw really was the interior of television studios and radio shows. There was one show at midnight, which I went to, I remember that. And I had a marvelous meal at Bookbinders in Philadelphia, which I think is wonderful.
You come back, we'll show you the town.
Thank you very much.
Omar Shariff, Dr. Zhivago, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more on 10 Around Town in a minute. Stand by.
Say, I've never been to Cairo before, but this must be Cairo because you're an Egyptian, right?
Yes.
And this is Omar Shariff, and we're gathered here not in Cairo, but in New York City. And there must be a reason we're here. Let's see. You're opening a restaurant.
Omar Khayyam.
Yeah, Omar Khayyam. It's a great
must
food
be
center.
one, yeah. They've always got an Omar Khayyam restaurant everywhere.
What does Omar Khayyam mean?
It's the name of this Persian.
Just pardon us, we have a false start. We have a little jam. Relax a minute.
All these gems.
We're on our way, huh? All right. Let me see now. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to go to a nice restaurant, say an Egyptian one now. This is Omar Shariff, and he's Egyptian. You know of any good Egyptian restaurants in the United States?
Well, I'm sure every